Hello, everyone. Welcome to our Riman North America April special call. This is the first time we're having a call like this, literally, I think just hours before month closing. And we have so many exciting things happening right now in the month of April. And we want to welcome all of you to our live Zoom event tonight, connected with so many leaders across the United States and Canada. And we're really excited to have you join us today. My name is Danny Bain, President of Sales with Riman. Those of you that maybe started your Riman journey, your Riman partnership, your Riman opportunity with us in the month of April, we want to welcome all of you to Riman Opportunity. This is family, this is community, and we have so many exciting things happening right now in Riman community. You couldn't have caught us at a better time. So we want to officially welcome you to Riman. And tonight, the purpose of the call is to share with you some of the exciting promotions and exciting things that's happening in the month of April that we still have an opportunity to take advantage of, which I believe we have. Let's see, count here. How many hours we have left here? 8 plus 24. How many is that? About 32. We got about 30 hours to take advantage of some exciting promotions and events that's happening in the month of April that we want to make sure that all of you are aware of and you're taking advantage of. And we also have a very, very exciting event that's coming up this coming summer that we want to tell you about, that we have a special pricing available in next 30 some hours before May begins for you to take advantage of this promotion to participate in this upcoming event. And you're going to hear from incredible leaders. You're going to be hearing from national directors. You're going to be hearing from senior directors. You're going to be hearing from directors live on this call, on this live Zoom event here today. So we're super excited that you have joined us today. And let's get the call started. The first, we want to start off by sharing with you some exciting promotions that's live right now. That first is, of course, exciting event that is coming up, which is May 10th, is of course the Mother's Day. And because of Mother's Day coming up, which is the perfect time to have a special gift ready for our mothers, as well as many of your customers and many of your friends and many people in your social network. They're looking for that perfect gift for their mother and for their mother-in-law or mother-like figure in their family. And we have a very special promotion that's happening right now with the Ready and Some Special set and the Botelep hand care products that are supposed to be only available in Korea. Those are Korea exclusive products that we have included in the Mother's Day special that we just launched these Mother's Day packages a couple of days ago, and it is going live until May 3rd. However, I highly believe that there is a high chance that some of these packages are going to be sold out by tomorrow because these are, while supplies last, limited quantities available for these promotions. So these Mother's Day packages are super awesome. It's available until May 3rd or until it sells out. The first one is Giver Radiance Bundle. It includes, it's instead of having single packaging, it is a full Radiance 100 set, which many of you know, this is a brand new products that we just announced in Long Beach, and we officially rolled out officially this month. And individually right now you could purchase toner and serum and cream in individual packaging, but this is a one-time production company has done for limited edition, where it's a gift box with all three products in it. And as many of you that learned about the Radiance 100, it has a microfluidizer liposome delivery system 7 times through, which made the particles of the product are smaller than anything you could possibly find in the skincare industry, where the toner is literally 81 billion particles, which means it absorbs faster and deeper into the deepest layer into your skin, and the essence with over 100 billion particles, and the cream up to 120 billion particles. This is every professional that I have spoken to, it's talking about Radiance 100 being the most powerful skincare product they've ever seen. They're calling it the greatest cosmeceutical product they have ever experienced. And everybody that's experiencing the products, they're saying, even though that they had glow from our ICD's skincare line prior, Radiance 100 glow is a different glow, and everybody's loving it. I can't think of a better gift for our loved ones, for our mothers, then give her a Radiance bundle, especially in a very nice gift set package, a limited edition like we have available only for this Mother's Day promotion with the free face and body scrubber gift, which is something that we've never had. This is the first time we have something like this. We have the travel point, we have the SP and BP, everything's there. You see the price is awesome. Give Her Glam bundle is also awesome. Obviously, the ICD makeup, ever since it launched, everybody loves our ICD makeup, and it has the makeup products, including the free Riman clip-on ring light, which is super cool for everybody that's either using for makeup as well as selfies or different broadcasts and your social media that we have never had before. So we're super excited about this with 7 travel point that's also included. And as you can see, that the value is even so much better than because it includes the free gifts. And we also have the third Giver Essential Bundle, which includes the Korea exclusive Botolab hand care products that we have never had in the United States before. These are Mother's Day limited hand cream. The scent is incredible. Feel is amazing. It feels so luxury premium, and everybody in Korea loves it. And we have it only available during the Mother's Day limited supply. And I cannot wait to get that socks. I haven't seen it in person yet. I saw the image. I'm like, what? I got to bring my Byungpo socks. That is also included in the Giver Essential Bundle, which is going to be super fun. So these are available right now that you could take advantage of until it sells out, and that's available now. We also have what's called Fast Start promotion. We have never had a promotion like this in history, 8-year history of Riman. Anybody that gets started in the business in the April, which I know many of you guys started this month, in the month of April, you're extremely lucky, because anybody that has a start date of April, if you get promoted to the ranks that you want to get promoted anyways, which everybody wants to unlock the lifetime rank of manager or lifetime rank of senior manager, because soon as you do, you're doubling or tripling your retail commission opportunity. So starting from 10%, becoming 20% and 30%, if you achieve manager within first 7 days, on top of the regular compensation, we never had this before, where you could earn additional $250 cash bonus, plus the travel point that you're earning towards your Bahamas retreat that everybody is excited about. Instead of getting 20 travel points to get promoted to manager, you're going to get 3 times to 60 travel points just for getting promoted to manager in first 7 days, which is something you probably want to do anyways. And having that as a goal, but maybe doing it in 30 days, gives you $100 cash bonus or double travel point to 40 travel point as a manager. Senior manager, you could triple to 150 travel point, and doing it in 7 days, you could earn extra $500 cash bonus on top of the regular compensation. With that being the goal, and for any reason, if you missed it, if you do it in 30 days from your start date, meaning if you started today on April 29th, you have until May 28th to do it. And if you do it, you get $250 cash bonus. On top of that, you're getting double travel point for getting promoted to senior manager, which we're really, really excited about. So you want to make sure that you're getting as many people as possible. Anybody you want to introduce the opportunity to, April is the best time to do it. You have 30 hours to introduce them to the opportunity and let them get started so they could take advantage of these promotions. These are obviously US dollars. If you convert it to Canadian dollars, it will be 325 Canadian dollar or up to 650 Canadian dollar in promotion cash bonus with the same travel point given. We also have Riman Convention that's coming up on August 7th through the 9th. Riman has a convention once or twice a year, depends on the market. And we're so excited because our next convention is going to be on August 7th through the 9th at the MGM Grand, the largest hotel property in Las Vegas. We're super excited to be at MGM Grand Las Vegas on August 7th through the 9th. We got incredible new products that's being prepared that's going to be announced. We got incredible recognition that's being prepared. We have a lot of trainings, a lot of podcasts, and we have a lot of exclusive fun events and special trainings for senior managers and above on Friday. And we also will have some exciting events that's going to be announced during for event type that's going to be very fun for you to participate and qualify for. That's going to be in Las Vegas as well. We have top tier master classes, exciting things happening. Well, because it is early in April, until tomorrow night at 11:59 p.m., we have a special for these pricing. Now, the regular price for the event is $167 single ticket, which I think is the greatest price of any ticket that you could find in Las Vegas. You go to any shows nowadays, they're two, three, four, five, $600. But those are 1 or 2 hour event, and this is a 3 day program, and you're going to be learning from the best of the best. You're going to be experiencing the best of the best, and you're going to get a chance to hear live from our chairman, our founder, our creator of Riman and our products, and all the stories firsthand in the environment with all the champions and all the leaders. It's going to be powerful, life changing, and because we have an early bird promotion right now, instead of paying $167 for a ticket or 10 tickets for you and your team, 1670, you have an opportunity right now to take advantage of a single ticket for 139 or 10 ticket bundle for you and your guests and some of your teams for 999, which is pretty much $99 a ticket. You have an opportunity to take advantage of that for the next 30 some hours by 11:59 p.m. Pacific time. This is a very, very special opportunity. Obviously, company wants you to win, and all the leaders want you to win. And this is a special opportunity that you and your team want to take full advantage of. And I know we're going to be hearing from some of the leaders about it. Now, on top of that, the fact that our convention is not in a city where there's nothing else happening. We're talking about Las Vegas. I think if you ask people across the nation, matter of fact, not just across the nation, if you ask people across the world, hey, name top 10 places that you would like to visit and travel to. And I think Las Vegas will show up on top 10 list of literally every human being on the planet Earth. And we're going to be celebrating and having a good time together in Las Vegas on August 7th to the ninth. And here's what's really exciting. Company has made a special arrangement for with MGM, which is the largest hotel property in Las Vegas. It's an incredible hotel. They just recently went through remodeling as well, and we have a special Riman rate of $220 while the rooms are available. I know there are a lot of rooms already booked, and there are a limited amount of rooms at this Riman rate available that you could do it, through that QR code, special arrangements, Riman rate with MGM. So make sure that you're taking advantage of that before he sells out. Book it now before he sells out, because later on, I've seen in Las Vegas, me being in Las Vegas as my home, I've seen the rooms sometimes go up to $300, $400, $500, $600, depends on when you get close to it, and you don't want to risk that happening. So make sure that you're taking advantage of that right now as well. We got exciting agenda. We'll tell you more about, but I'll just tell you right now that this is a really, really exciting time to be part of Riman, and the fact that you have caught Riman in April at this special time. You couldn't have participated in our opportunity at a better time than right now. And we're going to be hearing from some leaders live right now. And the first person we're going to be hearing from is a powerful leader. I absolutely love her energy. Every time she shares her story and her wisdom, it just sticks with you in such a special way. And we're so grateful for her leadership. And we have Director Christy Belliston on the call with us today. Thanks for joining us today, Christy.
Oh my goodness. Well, thank you, Mr. Danny Bay. So grateful for you and all of the things that you're doing for us here. I can't even tell you what this opportunity means to me and how many of you guys have picked up multiple Mother's Day bundles, because I know I just keep going back for more and more and more. And it sounds like the body and face scrubber is sold out. So I hope you guys got your hands on that. What a lineup that we have tonight. Are you guys excited? Are you excited for all the things that are coming? So, hi, Sherry. Hi, Bree. Okay, so you guys are not just going to hear from one person. If you guys saw the graphic with all of these incredible leaders, I'm just so honored to be here in this space and being able to speak to you guys tonight. You guys are going to hear from, again, multiple leaders, real people with different backgrounds, different stories, but all with one thing in common. And it's the one thing that changed everything. So get ready, take notes, grab a notebook, because every single person that you're about to hear from is going to give you a little piece of why this matters and why the people who get into those rooms, these rooms, all of you guys that are here right now, are the ones that are going to go on to build something huge, huge. So for those of you guys that don't know me, Like Danny mentioned, my name is Christy Belston. I'm a director here with Riman. I'm a mother of seven. I have a blended family. I did not give birth to all those seven children. I've I have three, my husband has four, and I'm also a grandma of six. And I spent over 35 years in the fitness and wellness space. And I also spent 18 years in corporate America doing what most people do, which is working hard, showing up every day, right? But deep down, I wanted something more. I was looking. It's probably why most of us are here, right? I wanted more freedom. I wanted more control of my time, and I wanted more life. So I found this industry in 2016, and it truly changed everything for me. And like most people starting out, I didn't have to I had to figure this out. Like we all start as a newbie, right? I was not confident at all. I didn't know exactly what I was doing, but I was willing. I was willing to listen. I was willing to learn. I was coachable, and I was willing to say yes, even when I didn't fully understand what I was saying yes to. And one of those yes moments for me ended up being one of the most important decisions that I have ever made in this business, and it was in 2017. So I had just walked away from my corporate job. This industry allowed me to do that. And for the first time, I could feel something shifting. Like maybe my life didn't have to look the way that it always had. And I had a little bit of belief, I had a little bit of momentum, but I was still very much just trying to figure all of this out. And I remember my upline saying to me, "You know, Christy, you really need to go to convention." And I didn't understand it. I didn't really get it. And I remember thinking, why does this matter so much? You know, why do I really need to go? Is it really, really worth it? And I'd never been to, I was new. I'd never been to anything like that before. I didn't really understand the power of events. And if I'm being honest, I almost didn't go. I almost didn't go. But because I trusted her, instead of overthinking it, I just decided, you know what? I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this. So I got in my car. I drove to Vegas and I walked into my very, very first convention. And I still remember how I felt because it wasn't just the training, it wasn't just the speakers, it was the room. It was being surrounded by people who were building something, who believed in what they were doing, and who had decided to go all in. And for the first time, I could actually see what was possible, not just hear about it, but feel it. Feel it. And something inside me shifted. And I went from quietly hoping that this would work. I was, focused mostly on customers at the time. I didn't really understand this, networking, to feel like, no, you know what? I can actually do this. I can actually do this. And that shift changed everything for me. It changed how I showed up, it changed how I thought, and it changed what I believed, what was available for me. And you guys, from that point on, I have never, ever missed a single convention. Not one, not one. Because I realized that it wasn't just the event, it was the experience that changed me. For me, three things came out of that convention. And the first one was proximity. When you guys are in an environment, just being in that type of an environment around people who are doing what you want to do, that expanded what I believed was possible for me. And the second was belief, not something someone told me, but something that I felt. So seeing this close made it real. It made it real. And the third, of course, was the decision, right? The decision to hop in my car, drive to Vegas. I had no idea what to expect. That was the moment that I stopped sitting on the fence. And it is why I'm standing here today and started moving forward with intention with every single thing that I did. And I think that that's what stayed with me because it wasn't about the event itself. It was about the version of me that walked out of that room. So, if you're someone who's been thinking maybe about going, maybe you've always maybe you're sitting there and you're thinking, I'm just not sure yet, right? I just wanted to share my experience with you because for me, that one decision ended up meaning more to me than I ever expected. And I am forever, forever grateful because it has literally made me who I am today. So I'm going to scroll up on the comments really, really quick because I just want to see what you guys are saying. Who has never been to a convention before? Um, and if you're brave, just say, me in the chat, me in the chat, because at one time that was me. I had never been. But I do want you guys to understand the transformation that happens of getting into the room. Nancy, me too. I love convention. I love being able to be with people and be able to feel that energy. Elise is going to her first one. I'm so excited for you. I can't even tell you how this is going to change everything for you in your business. So my part is done. I have the opportunity to introduce our next amazing speaker. She's building an amazing business and she's on fire right now. And her name is it Malene? Is it Malene? She here?
Mylene should be here. Here, I see her. Yep, yep. She's good.
Okay,
Can you unmute? Yeah, there.
there she is. Hi, gorgeous. Look at your gorgeous skin, of course.
Hello.
You're beautiful. All right. So I'm so excited to hand the baton over to you. And again, thank you so much for being here.
Well, thank you so much, Christy. Well, good evening, everyone. My name is Mylene Yap, and I'm one of the directors here at Riman from Houston, Texas. I've been in the financial services industry for the last 29 years. My husband and I, we have a ministry here in Houston where we help refugees from Burma and Afghanistan resettle here in the Houston area. And this ministry is the reason why I do this business. I came aboard Riman a few months after they launched here in North America 3 years ago. And like many people, I loved how the products were transforming my skin, but I didn't think I would have time to take on another business. Then I met Senior Director Karen Kang, who came to visit us in Houston. She's an investment banker. She's a single mom. She's already earning a six-figure income at her job. And so I thought to myself, if she can make time to do this business, then why can't I? By nature, I am an introvert. I don't like being around a lot of people. I don't have a big social circle. I don't have a big circle of friends. And so I really didn't know how I was going to succeed here at Riman. I know nothing about skincare. I have no experience selling products. I sell services. So in the first 2 months, it was difficult for me. I didn't have full support from my husband to do this business. And so he even told me to quit. And so I said, okay, I told him, please study the compensation system. And if there's no significant income to be made here, I will gladly give the Riman opportunity up and just be a consumer. Because the ICD products here at Riman are the only skincare products that have transformed and changed my skin. I have sensitive skin, I have acne prone skin, and there was nothing else that would help me for years since I was a teenager. So 2.5 years later, I'm still here. And the turning point of my business was when I made a decision to go to the Irvine convention last minute. And the convention was about 2 weeks away. The tickets were already sold out, and I had to scramble to find tickets. But I knew I didn't want to go by myself. I had to bring people with me, and I needed my husband to go with me because I needed his full support. So I was able to get Senior Director Karen Kang to find me 6 tickets. I had 6 tickets, but I had no one with me. I had no one to go with me. But I wanted to win so badly. And I knew the income potential here at Riman was so great. And so I was able to convince my husband to fly with me a week early before the convention to California. And by the grace of God, I was able to bring 6 people with us to the convention. That weekend at the convention completely changed the direction of my business. I was a senior manager at the time with no active planners under me. I had zero managers, zero senior managers. And after that, during that convention, that same weekend, I was able to pop out 3 senior managers that weekend alone. 2 weeks after that first convention, I was able to qualify for team leader and ended up that month in September after the that month of the convention, I became the #1 senior manager. The following month, I became the #2 team leader in the whole company. And then in November, the following month, I became the #1 team leader in the whole company. 3 months after that, I qualified for director, all because of the decision to go to the convention. You know, the convention, it stretched my vision. It stretched the vision of the 4 ladies who went with me. It helped me get full support from my husband. I met so many successful leaders. And when I saw them on stage and heard their testimonies, I knew that if they can do it, I had a chance. I have a chance to also be successful. And, you know, each convention that we attend, that you go to, expedites your learning curve by 6 months. That is the power of the convention. So each of us will have a different journey here at Riman. But what I know is that a made up mind is a very powerful thing. And so if you haven't made that decision to attend the Las Vegas convention in August, your action plan is to be at the convention. Buy your tickets now before the price goes up, book your hotel, and book your airfare. Whatever excuse you have not to be there is the real reason why you should be there in order to be successful. I haven't yet met any leader, any successful person in the company who earns a multiple 6-figure income or 7-figure income who doesn't attend convention, who misses a convention. In fact, you cannot afford not to go to the convention. So I challenge you to make that decision, bring your team, and I will see you at the MGM Grand in Las Vegas this coming August. God bless you. And so right now, I have the opportunity to introduce our next speaker. She is one of the directors from Las Vegas. She is building a great team. She has so much energy, so much passion. When you see her, she's so much fun. Her background is in the medical field. She used to be a surgeon in the Philippines, and she is building a great organization. Please help me welcome Director Maricel Young.
Hello, everyone. Good afternoon. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. And it is my honor to share with you how my Riman journey has evolved over the 2.5 years that I've been with Riman. I am Marisol Young. I'm dialing in from Las Vegas, and I'm a director with Riman. Now, some of you may already know that I came from a medical background. I didn't have any sales background whatsoever. Okay. I was introduced to Riman by a good friend of mine, Director Eileen. She called me and told me that I should get involved and promote Riman because it's a great company and the products are amazing and life-changing. So to make the story short, I did my research, tried the products, and I became a believer. Okay. After that, I decided to jump in and became a senior manager right away. And soon after that, I became a team leader after 4 weeks. After becoming a team leader, Steve kept telling me, Marisol, you need to go to the convention and bring your whole team. Now, I may know skin, okay, and I'm not a stranger in leading a team, but I didn't fully grasp the importance and the value of conventions until after I attended my first one back in July 2023. You see, we just hear about Riman from the people that introduced us to Riman, right? And maybe from a few members of the team, but that's about it. Okay. Yes, we get some information, we get some facts, and maybe some excitement, but it's truly different and mind blowing to see what Riman is all about. Okay. From the whole community. At conventions, you get to meet, the owner, the CEO, the leaders of the company, the mentors and your peers, your fellow members. And at conventions, it's where you see the big picture, the big vision. And that's when you can make and you have the ability to make big decisions because now you're fully informed. Okay. I remember vividly my first convention, there was only 5 of us. Okay. After that, the second convention, there were like 28 of us. And the third, there were like over 80 of us. And then the next is almost 200 people. And it just kept on growing. And these recent conventions, I also remember having few people jumping in and committing and deciding to become senior managers right away. And soon after the convention, there were people who got promoted to team leaders soon after the convention. As a matter of fact, people took advantage of all the knowledge and took advantage of all the offerings that convention has, and to the point that I qualified for Costa Rica like 2 days after the convention. Okay, so the thing is this. I urge you to make convention to be a vital part, okay, of your Riemann journey, because it is crucial in gaining insights to our company's latest innovations, latest product developments, to business strategies. And to top it all off, guys, you get to have fun and enjoy and have some great time for 2 to 3 days with your team, with your people. Okay, when people see how amazing and incredible Riemann opportunity is, they commit and they make decisions. Okay, it is virtually impossible to be near a fire and not feel the heat. So commit to go to the convention, not just by yourself, but with your whole team. Okay, a group that shares and works towards a common goal is a group that is unstoppable. So don't just buy one ticket, okay? Buy 10. In fact, buy multiples of 10 and bring your whole tribe, okay? And just get ready for the biggest year yet for your Riemann journey, for you in Riemann, okay? Thank you so much, and see you in August. Now my part is done. It is my pleasure to introduce you to our next speaker. I believe, I'm going to say it's Mr. Jermaine Johnson. And Mr. Jermaine he is just an amazing individual. I really look up to him. He's full of energy. He's just contagious. I don't know how, I mean, words are not enough to describe this amazing individual. So take it, I give it to you, the baton to you, Mr.
Look,
Jermaine.
look
Take it
here.
away.
No, thank you, Maricel. And honestly, after Danny, Christy, Maricel, and Maylene, I don't really have to say anything after what she just said. That was so phenomenal. But look, let me just prove to all of you all, I've been going to conventions in this industry for 35 years. These are the cassette tapes from 35 years ago that I still listen to. So proof. I've been around this industry for a while. The power of big events. I'm just going to teach you from the standpoint. I had a mentor and I gave him every excuse in the beginning why I can't go. And they used to tell me, look, you want to get real estate in the room. So it isn't just about you. It's about you getting other people there. They used to tell me, look, it's about you claiming a row. You don't want to be there alone. Claim a row in the convention center that you are going to fill up a row of people. You need to set that as a goal right now. How many people you want. That's why it's so important we're doing this call now, because of you getting the tickets at the price you can go. And some people don't understand, or they don't appreciate where they are because they don't know where we've come from. Those events I showed you the cassette tapes from, we used to pay $1,200 a person to be at the event. Hold on, I'll say that one again. $1,200 a person, $2,400 for a couple. Can we keep it real? So I still gave them every excuse on why I couldn't. I used to say, I don't make $500 or $1,000 or $10,000 a month. And my mentor said, yeah, but everyone there that is making $10, $20, $30, $40, $50,000 a month, they will be there. So you got to be there. I used to say, well, it's only going to be me. And my mentor said, but look here, look, once you get 100 people to the big event, you will be set in this industry, but you won't get 100 people until you get 50. You won't get 50 till you get 25, and you won't get 25 until you get there. He said, you got to go. I said, I can't afford to go. Gave him that excuse. He said, if you can't afford to go, you can't afford not to go. I said, okay. He took care of me on that one. He said, and then I said, but it costs too much. He said, the very thing you want is the very thing that you need to give up. If you want time freedom, guess what you're going to have to give up on the front end? Time. If you want to make more money, guess what you're going to have to give up? You're going to have to make an investment. And then I said, but I want to be rich. He said, well, look, if you want to be wealthy, you have to be willing to take out a loan. So I know people that have sacrificed everything. I know people that they sold water, they sold TVs, they sold their PlayStation. I know a guy that sold blood at the blood bank, and I don't like needles. They sold blood at the blood bank to go to convention. But I still gave them excuses. And they told me, look, if you want to be a failure, any excuse will do. And you can either make money or you can make excuses, but you can't do both. So guess what? I went to the convention, and my sponsor didn't come to the convention, and she quit. Oh! Do you know she would have made millions off of me? Because they told me if you don't go now, you won't be around until the next one. So this is why I'm going to encourage you. Don't give in to your excuses, because excuses are useless. Excuses are tools of the weak and the incompetent, built up on monuments of nothingness. Excuses don't explain and explanations don't excuse. So what excuse do you have? You got to get to Vegas. Get there, be there with a group of people, and I promise you, I see you somewhere in the future, living much better than you look right now, dreaming much better. Your bank account is going to be a lot much bigger than it is right now, but it starts with you getting to convention. I'm going to get out of the way, turn it over to this wonderful senior director. She is extraordinary, building teams all over the world. No one like her. She is personal development on wheels. I'm going to turn it over to the one and only Miss Brianna Michaels.
Can you believe they made me follow him? I was like, please switch us. He's so good. You guys, this is why you got to go to Vegas, because you got to see this in person with Jermaine. That was so good. We could end it right there, but I will be completely honest with you and tell you, this is no joke. Every time I've attended an event in person, I've either come home and rank advanced, or it's added a 0 to my paycheck every single time. And I'm going to prove it to you. So I'm going to share with you 5 reasons why you need to attend an event. And I'm going to tell you right now, if you just listen to me say these, you'll probably remember 10% of what I say. But if you write it down and listen and engage with it, you're going to remember 90% of this. And then you can go back and tell your teams these stats, because they're pretty cool. So here's number 1. The transfer of belief can only happen in person. It doesn't always happen on Zoom, you guys. This is why it's so important. A lot of people are like, is there going to be a virtual? Is there going to be virtual? I don't know. And I'm not concerned with that, because my goal is to get there in person, because that transfer of belief is so important. I'm going to tell you why. Because when you're in person, according to research in behavioral psychology, in-person events increase emotional connection by up to 70%. So why would emotional connection matter to increase to 70%? Why does that matter for us? Because sales is all about the transfer of belief, and whoever has the most belief in the room is the one that's going to win. So this is how you get more sales. This is how you want to talk to more people, because you have to feel it. You can't just hear it. You have to feel it, and that's how it changes you going forward. So, okay, that's number 1. Put number 1 in the chat. Did you guys get number 1? Number 2, your network equals your net worth. I feel like that's something Jermaine, one of Jermaine's stats that he would say, but it is true. So there was a Stanford study, and it said that proximity showed, so if you're in proximity with successful people, it actually increased your performance by a minimum. Do you guys have any guesses? You want to put it in the chat? What's the minimum? I'm just curious what you guys think. It's a minimum of 15%. Just by being in the same room with Jermaine. with Tim, with Chris, with Danny. Just by getting there, it's going to increase your chances of success. So this is why if you ever feel stuck in your business, if you ever feel stuck mentally or physically or emotionally, or if you're stuck in your personal life, get to an event, go for the training. The conversations that happen in the hallway and in the bathroom, even I've had conversations with people, and it was like a light bulb moment that happened. It completely changed my business, and that wouldn't have happened if I hadn't have gotten to the event. The dinner conversations, you never know when you're going to hear something that somebody says, or you're going to hear a speaker on stage, and it's just going to bring it all together. It's going to make everything make sense, so you know exactly what to do coming home. So okay, number 3, events compress time. So you can learn in 2 days what would take you 6 to 12 months to learn and figure it out on your own. You have to get there. In fact, even just coming out of the event, most sales spike in the 30 to 60 days for personal sales just coming out of event, because of what you learn, because of the proximity, because of the transfer of belief and the energy that you get. Are you guys, is this resonating with you guys? Am I selling you on these events yet? This is how I built my business, is event to event. So number 4, people who attend events earn more money, like period, the end. So they've actually studied this specifically in direct sales, where people who attend events earn 2 to 4 times more compared to people that don't attend. If you think about it that way, I'm not making any income plans, but if you think about it that way, it's going to pay for itself. You're basically going to get a free trip to Vegas by going to the event and implementing these principles that you're going to learn. When you come home and do the work, you're going to make that money back. And then number 5, my personal favorite, is the fun we have. You guys, the energy in the room, you get to sample the new products, you get to take pictures and make reels for social media, the team parties, there's late night PJ parties in hotel rooms, and ordering pizza and eating all the food you're not supposed to eat. And we've done 80s parties, we've done neon parties, the dinners, all of the fun things, the friendships. I mean, these friendships that I've made that last a lifetime, that become more like family. So I don't want you to miss this. If you don't have your ticket, make sure you grab it before those prices go up. And I have the honor of passing it over to Mr. Chris Kim. And I think it's so funny how he's like a K-pop star and now a K-beauty star in Riman. So I'm so excited to get to pass it over to him so he can share his words of wisdom and, driving for dollars right now. There he goes. So Chris, I'll pass it over to you.
Thank you so much, Miss Brianna. Wow, what a wonderful message all the speakers did. I'm actually in the car headed to a Starbucks on the other side of town to do a one-on-one. Yeah, money never sleeps, money never rests. But with that said, I'll keep this short and simple, due to time, and we already had some great speakers. But, the question I want to ask everybody on the call here tonight is, what if the convention could completely change your life? What if it was an event that would absolutely change your life 180 degrees? What would your demeanor be? What would your attitude be, right? And the reason why you must harness this attitude is, some of the speakers talked about, if you go to the convention, you're going to speed up your progress by about 6 months. That is absolutely true, because what the convention actually does is it's multifaceted, right? But it's pretty much a major event that gives you a series of aha moments and understandings on how to apply the actual techniques to this business. And that is how you're going to be able to speed up your business by 6 months. In some of our trainings, we talk about, you can clean a room or paint a room in 6 months. You could paint a room in a month. You could do it in a week. You could do it in 2 days. You could probably do it in a day. Why? Because it's not about how long it will take you to be a national director, senior director, or team leader, but it's the same amount of effort that you must put in, right? So you could do it fast, you could do it slow, and it's learning that technique actually at the convention from a series of aha moments and things like that. But also, the last thing I want to tell you is you got to have your game faces on. If you're a leader, have your game face on, because the truth of the matter is the biggest team, the biggest real estate in that room will dominate the next charts for the next convention. We all want to harness that big mo, meaning momentum. You want to catch that momentum. And it's always time and time again. It's not, the best polished speaker or it's always going to be the best promoter, right? The best promoter with the biggest real estate in the room always wins. So with that said, take advantage of the early bird prices. We'll see you at the event. Mr. Danny Bay, we're thankful for your servant leadership. Thank you for actually being here, helping us get this push. The next gentleman I want to introduce is pretty much, he needs no introduction. He is pretty much a kingmaker, a millionaire maker. And a lot of us wouldn't be here in this industry if it wasn't for this gentleman. So let's give him the utmost respect. When Mr. Danny Bay can't make it to the call, Mr. Tim is right there ready to tag team, serving the entire leadership, guys. Let's give it up for National Director Mr. Timothy Herr. Thank you for your servant leadership. Welcome to the call.
Wow, man, this call is on another. I'm like, wow, I can't believe how good this thing is. I'm sitting here taking notes. I'm like, man, I got so much great information. This is so amazing. Chris, I appreciate the kind words. And man, I'm just fired up. I really am. And we're talking a lot about convention right now. And some of you, I know majority of you probably already made your commitment to be at the event. But if you haven't, you really need to make your commitment. You're going to have just a brand new confidence once you do. But I look back at my career, and I remember the first event that I went to, and it was kind of a different situation than most of you because I was only 17 years old, and my first 6 months in network marketing, I made $12.63. So I was pathetic. Okay. And coming out of that event, that first event literally changed it all. My next 6 months was able to make an excess of 147,000, and it was the event 100%. Like, that's the reason why I'm so adamant about events, because I wouldn't have made it in this profession if it wasn't for the decision I made at that event. And it changed everything for me. And I can remember back how I felt hearing about the event, because I'm like, I made $12. I quit my job at Boomers. I was working at a go-kart track. I had no money at all. And I remember how, like, I was like, dang, man, I wish I had money to go to this event, and I just felt like it's not for me. I can't make it I'm 17. I can't be like missing school to go to Texas for an event. And I'll never forget when I made that decision. There was somebody that was 21 that worked with us and was able to get a U-Haul. And this is what happened is we rented a U-Haul for that first event. And it was so much fun. As I look back at it, it was just such an amazing time. And I think it was because of against all odds that I had to go through to make it there. And I can remember getting in that U-Haul and we just threw a mattress in the back. We grabbed some bread, peanut butter and jelly. And that's what we ate for like 4 or 5 days. We were just eating peanut butter and jelly and living in a U-Haul. It was like, I have kids now. I have, kids that are over 18. I'd be so mad at them if they did something like that. But I can remember how, like, we came out of that event on fire. Like, it was like unbelievable, like I was ready to run through a brick wall. I'm like, this is it. And my conviction was so high. And I was just telling everybody, I'm going to make it happen with or without you. But it was the event. And once I decided to go to that event, you guys, people started to get attracted to me. Once I came out of that event, I was unstoppable, and like, for me, I'm non-negotiable about it. Like, if somebody's like working with me and they're like, I'm not going to be at the event, I'm like, I can't invest in this person anymore because it's not a good investment. I only invest with people that are committed, that are going to make it. You know what I mean? Like, if you're going to bet on a horse, you want to bet on, the horse that is alive, right? So that's how I operate now. But I can remember how I felt at the beginning, and what would have happened if I wouldn't have made it to that event. I would have never. I'm scared to even think about what I would be doing right now. I'd be doing manual labor. Like, that's what I was planning on doing, is just doing manual labor like everybody around me. So I can just tell you guys right now, like, there's no debate in my mind. Like, I tell people all the time, I've made this commitment a million times. I tell everybody all the time, I say, hey, look, go to the event. If you go to the event, whatever it costs you on plane tickets, hotels, everything, food, whatever, I'll double your money if you're not happy. I've been saying that because I know everybody comes out of the event, Jack. They're excited, like they're bouncing off the walls, but I tell them the only caveat is you have to sit through the event and you got to make sure you take notes, because the notes that you take, if you offered me right now $1 million for my journals, I would tell you to take a hike. $1 million, right? Somebody opened up a suitcase full of $1 million and said, hey, this is yours. Give me your journals. I'd say, take it, take the money, man. I could care less. The stuff that I've learned throughout this profession, I've got probably about 60 journals completely full of information I've acquired on jumping on calls like this, going to trainings, just capturing ideas and insights. My life would have never been, obviously, would have never worked out the way that was if it wasn't for events. But I'm going to tell you right now, stay tuned, because Mr. Danny Bay is going to share with you guys a video that I'm excited to be able to see that nobody's ever seen before. Is going to be the first time viewing it. So, Mr. Danny Bay, thank you, sir, for your heart. I mean, your leadership, your heart is unbelievable, man. What you give to this community is unmatched. The commitments you make, it's unmatched. Like, it's unbelievable, man. And I've known I've known you and your family forever. And, you know, anytime you're in America, I'm just like, Danny Bay, please just go spend time with your family. I'll do the heavy lifting for you. Like, don't worry, because, but the commitment you're making and not just the commitment, but what you're doing, you know, setting the pace, setting the tone, man, it's an honor to follow you. And I appreciate you so much, Mr. Danny Bay. Back to you, sir.
Appreciate you, Mr. Timmer. Thank you very much. What a call this has been. I do have to share, just talking about events. You know, we had an amazing event in Long Beach, just, you know, a little over a month ago, and because of the event, just like you heard from so many leaders, we had a record-breaking results of people experiencing success and people having breakthrough and people getting promoted, people generating volume and income and producing leaders and attracting leaders like we have never seen in the month of March. Ever since we started the global expansion, it was a record month. But here's the crazy part. 2 weekends ago, I was in Macau, and we had our second event, the second convention in Asia. And we had a couple thousand people together in Macau. And the same thing that happened after Long Beach event happened after Macau event. And we're seeing some of the marketplaces and some of the teams literally grew by 50%, 80%. Some markets and teams have literally grew by 150% in success, and in production and promotions ever since the event. And it's only been 10 days since the event in Macau. And last weekend, I was in Querétaro, Mexico, and we had our 1 year anniversary convention in Mexico. And what we have seen in last 3 to 4 days since the convention, we have almost done more business. Some of the teams have done more business in last 3 days than they did in first 25 days of the month prior to the event. And we're seeing the same thing happen right now. And we just want you to experience the same success. That is the reason why all the leaders are sharing their personal testimonies. And we know it is going to happen for you. Here's what's exciting and why this is a perfect time to have this call here talking about it today. Yes, the ticket price, the special savings on the tickets are available till tomorrow. But number two, we have exactly 100 days left until August 7th at our Las Vegas convention. I know this event will be life-changing, and we want you to experience the success, not just by yourself, with 10, 50, 100 people in your team. Every day, if you could talk about Las Vegas convention for the next 100 days, instead of debating in your mind, should I go, should I not go? I promise you, if that's what you're doing for 100 days, you may go or you may not go. But if you make your commitment today, and next 100 days, every day, you make an effort to talk to somebody about coming to Las Vegas with you, I promise you're going to have a lot of people with you in Las Vegas if you could talk about it every day after making the commitment today for next 100 days of time. So we're super excited to see you and celebrate your success with you and grow with you in Las Vegas. Let's take advantage of all the promotions that's happening in April, that's ending in next 31 hours. And to close this call, let's watch this video that Mr. Timmer talked about. I haven't seen it yet. I haven't even seen it yet. I just heard that it is a video like we have never seen, and we're super, super excited with all the interviews that took place at the last event that we get to watch right now. So thanks for joining us today. Let's watch the video and let's finish April strong, and we'll see you in May, and we'll see you in Las Vegas. God bless.
These conventions is how I built my business from the very beginning. Over the last 30 years, I've been in this profession, and I built my business always around conventions.
The first thing that I did is I went to convention. And what it did is it allowed me to see that there's no ceiling in this industry and that anything is possible if you're willing to work for it.
The whole point of this convention is to learn from your leaders. Learn from the people that are having results, that are paving the way.
Through each convention, I learned that the evolution of Riman continues.
Every convention gets better and better. It just gives me so much more confidence in where the company is and why I'm doing this.
I realized that as working with Riman, everything they do, from events, products, right, to corporate stuff, everything that they do is top tier.
The initial mission that I learned about Riman from the very first convention continues. The mission has never changed over time.
It's an opportunity that I believe anybody can do. You do have to be intentional.
Everything is intentional. This has been planning and strategizing and execution in the mode for past couple years of time, and you're gonna see all of those things come to life in 2026.
After about close to 20 years in this industry, you can never stop learning and you can never stop growing.
If you really want to build a solid business in Riman, is you've got to get your brand new people, whenever they get enrolled, get them committed to the convention.
It brings us together with one purpose, one mission, one heart.
I cannot wait to see who you become coming out of this industry. I can't wait to see the person that you step into, and we'll see you at the next event.
Let's make 2026 the best year yet, and best is yet to come.